Have you ever wondered why one year India faces drought, another year Australia is flooded, and Peru experiences heavy rains, all because of something happening thousands of kilometers away in the Pacific Ocean? Welcome. In this video, we are going to understand El Nino and La Nina in the simplest way possible, while also exploring the science behind them like an expert. Let's start. Imagine the Pacific Ocean as a giant engine that controls Earth's weather. This engine is so powerful that even small changes in its behavior can affect rainfall, temperatures, storms, agriculture, fisheries, and even economies across the globe. This climate system is called the El Nino Southern Oscillation, in short ENSO, that originates in the tropical Pacific Ocean. It has two opposite phases, El Nino and La Nina. But before understanding what they do, let's first know where names came from. The name El Nino comes from Spanish and means the little boy or Christ child. Hundreds of years ago, fishermen along the coasts of Peru and Ecuador noticed that around Christmas, the normally cold ocean water suddenly became unusually warm. Because it happened near Christmas, they named it El Nino. Later, scientists observed the exact opposite phenomena where the ocean became cooler than normal. They named it La Nina, meaning the little girl. What happens under normal conditions? Now let's understand how the Pacific Ocean normally works. Strong trade winds blow from east to west. These winds push warm surface water toward Indonesia and Australia. Meanwhile, near Peru and Ecuador, cold nutrient-rich water rises from the deep ocean. This process is called upwelling. This upwelling supports one of the richest fishing grounds on earth. Everything is balanced. What happens during El Nino? Now imagine those trade winds becoming weak. As these trade winds weaken, the warm water that was piled up near Australia slowly moves back toward South America. The cold upwelling near Peru weakens. As a result, the eastern Pacific Ocean becomes warmer than normal. That extra warmth changes where clouds form and where rain falls. A change is one ocean now starts changing weather across the globe. That's El Nino. What happens during La Nina? Now imagine the exact opposite. And when these trade winds become stronger, they push even more warm water toward Australia and Indonesia. Near Peru, cold water rises even more strongly. The eastern Pacific becomes cooler than normal. This strong temperature contrast shifts rainfall in the opposite direction. That's La Nina. Why are these events so important? You might wonder, how can a change in one ocean affect the whole world? The answer lies in the atmosphere. The Pacific Ocean is enormous. When its temperature changes, it changes air pressure, wind patterns, cloud formation, and rainfall. These atmospheric changes spread across continents like ripples in a pond. That's why scientists carefully monitor ENSO every year. Effects of El Nino. Let's know what usually happens during El Nino. First, global temperatures rise because the warmer ocean releases more heat into the atmosphere. Second, India often experiences a weaker summer monsoon, increasing the risk of drought and lower agricultural production. Third, South American countries, Peru and Ecuador, receive heavy rainfall, leading to floods and landslides. Fourth, Australia and Indonesia often become much drier, increasing the risk of droughts and forest fires. Fifth, fisheries near Peru suffer because weaker upwelling means fewer nutrients for marine life. Even the southern USA often experiences wetter winters during many El Nino events. Effects of La Nina. Now let's look at the opposite phase. La Nina generally cools global temperatures slightly. India often experiences a strong monsoon which can benefit agriculture but may also increase flood risk. Australia usually receives abundant rainfall and severe flooding becomes more likely. The stronger upwelling near Peru supports rich fisheries because nutrient rich water reaches the surface. Interestingly, La Nina also creates conditions that often favor more hurricanes in the Atlantic Ocean. Which regions are affected? Let's quickly travel around the world. In India, El Nino often means weaker monsoon, while La Nina often brings a stronger monsoon. Australia usually experiences drought during El Nino but heavy rainfall during La Nina. Indonesia follows a similar pattern. Peru and Ecuador receive heavy rain during El Nino but tend to be drier during La Nina. The Atlantic Ocean often sees fewer hurricanes during El Nino and more during La Nina. Even North America and Africa experiences noticeable changes in rainfall. Africa experiences noticeable changes in rainfall and temperature. This is why ENSO is considered one of the most influential climate systems on Earth. It is just not a scientific concept, it has real consequences for the globe. Here is an easy comparison between El Nino and La Nina. So, next time you hear that an El Nino or La Nina event has developed, you will know it is not just an ocean phenomenon, but it is a global climate event capable of influencing rainfall, agriculture, fisheries, hurricanes, droughts, floods, and even food security across continents. Hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to like and share the video, and please subscribe the channel for such more insightful contents. Thank you.